Anfield Wrap post-match pint after Liverpool 4, LASK 0, a Europa League special from Dodd's Bar. A freezing night at Anfield, but nothing warms the heart like Liverpool goals, lots of Liverpool goals. Well, aside from being with Josh Sexton and Pete Bolster, what can I say? It was all too easy at times for the Reds, but ultimately a very professional performance and a great result, top of the group. And because Toulouse have drawn, that means we're going through.
Well, I've just found that out, Neil, so that's great, isn't it? So we're through with the win anyway, aren't we? So that tops the group, is that right?
Yeah.
So happy days. So we leave that 2 games now, don't we? 2 games less now for Liverpool in the after Christmas. But
we don't risk playing Sevilla. That's the big bonus, isn't it? We don't get dropped into the round of 32 against them.
You don't want to mix it with any of them. There's no need. It could come between any massive league games as well. But it was too easy at times. I think in the first 20 minutes it looked like it was going to be 10-0 at one point, didn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, that's trying to get on me better than that. But thankfully it didn't happen. But yeah, it was one of them, wasn't it? It was a really good professional performance because last time out we were in, Neil, it wasn't very good against Toulouse away, and I criticised them very much so. And tonight they had to put in a performance. They did that. They've done the business. 4-0 against the Austrian side, I'm going to say.
Gotta get that right this time, Pete.
A man who always knows his geography.
Absolutely, yeah. So thankfully I got that one right. I tell you what, them fans, they didn't stop singing in the whole game, did they?
There was a brilliant bit with their fans, I thought, where one half of them were singing and the other half were quiet.
Yeah, they sit down.
Yeah, and I was watching it and I was like, hang on, why are half of them singing? The other lot are sit on their hands. And then it rolled over to the other side of the support. I just thought it was brilliant.
I was getting really excited by it because there'd be a point where so half of them would sit down and half of them would stand up and sing. And then there was a point where both of them would stand up, and the point both of them stood up, I was found myself tapping my feet, being like, yeah, this is nice. It's one of these funny things when you play these sides in Europe, is Neil Atkinson says, you don't necessarily want a wall of sound behind your football team, because it does. I mean, Neil's very much in the results business, isn't he? Does it impact your football team? I mean, LASK sort of proven it in a way tonight that it doesn't necessarily impact your football team in a positive way, especially when you come up against a team like Liverpool. But it's sort of great for us, isn't it? I guess in a way, which without being patronising about it, that these sets of fans get to come to Anfield, they get to enjoy Liverpool City Centre for the day. I saw so many LASK fans in Liverpool City Centre today, which is great to see. And then they come to Anfield tonight, a historic stadium in the way it is. And listen, they get sent home packing, but they seem like they have a nice time within the 90 minutes.
It's one of the great things about European football, is welcoming fans, clubs, players from different cultures, different countries. It's boss, and I think Pete was right that the word in Toulouse was complacency. Was right through the team. There's no complacency when Mohamed Salah is starting and he's captain. We've gone for a strong team, and Salah, I thought at times, was just unplayable for them tonight. They've never faced a player as good as that in their careers. They never will again. And we could have had 4 or 5 in the opening half hour.
Yeah, and I was in Toulouse, and it was one of these strange things where as the day developed, listen, we all thought it was going to be a much changed team. We all Toulouse, I'm pretty sure, were the 4th seed in the group. We all didn't think they'd be up to much necessarily. But as the day went on and you met more people in Toulouse, you realise how much that game meant to them, how much it meant that Liverpool were coming to Toulouse to play this football game. You went into bars and fellas behind the bars were saying to you, oh, you're Liverpool fans. This is our biggest game of our lives, never mind just our season. And Liverpool put out a team which was much changed, and we all expected it to much change. But then suddenly Toulouse rose to the occasion. I think tonight you see a team who clearly in LASK came and they wanted to play, and they had some good moments in the game, which I think, again, without being patronising, they'll take away and say, we had some good build-up play there, we had some build-up play in these moments, we had these half chances.
We couldn't have begrudged them a goal, could we, if they'd have found the net?
It felt like that was a million miles away, and listen, that's credit to Kevin Kelleher, especially because I thought he was great tonight. And if we're all worried about the next 3 league games at Alisson, because he's not going to play, he didn't ever play the Union game anyway, never mind us being qualified now. We feel like we've got less to worry about now because of Kelleher's performance, and that's a huge testament to him, and a huge testament to Liverpool to go out there and get the job done in the way that they didn't in Toulouse, and the way they were a little bit complacent in Toulouse. The goalkeeper came after, Alisson, the goalkeeper came after and sort of said that they'd been complacent a couple of times this season, so it was quite nice to see them sort of step up tonight and just finish the job off.
Yeah. YouTube, press the button, become a member of the Anfield Wrap from the heart of the city of Liverpool. The best way to enjoy all your Liverpool-based videos, everything you need, every single day. It is the Anfield Wrap.